come up with bombs. It'll be like, fix the face, get pregnant off. Alright.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
What's up, Rainbow Warriors?
Hey, what's going on?
How about that movie, man?
Oh,
Mister, I think we're gonna go 0-3 starting now. What did I tell you?
hey, I was shocked. I was shocked. That
Hey
was
man, I'm not lying though. Every time I was watching it on my phone, everywhere we went,
watching.
we were we
You were
left Uno
this.
in the village and went across the to Cold Stone, and I was watching on my phone. And every time I put my phone down or anything, they scored a touchdown. Every single time, I was very upset.
2 a.m. is when that game ended.
I know you text me. I was closing out.
I fell asleep at the end. Honestly, it was they were up at, I think it was like 10 minutes after halftime started. I fell asleep. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was crazy. It was.
Yeah, but, you know, he's a great quarterback. He's wild when he throws. You know, he has to bring the interceptions down.
Yeah, that's why he got pulled. It was something that just it was going to happen. I mean, you can't throw 4 ITs and expect to go through the whole game.
No, I mean, four touchdowns or 5 touchdowns this game.
And 4.
4. I mean,
yeah, almost 400 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Yeah, he did great. I mean, I was really happy with Cordero when he came in because he just, he took right there. It wasn't like a delay.
Yeah, that's what you need, man. It looked good. I mean, that's a good way to start. 1-0 against Arizona.
No, I'll take it. I'll take it. It was so it's just now it's just like, hey, I think we got a shot against Oregon State. So
I think we do.
So.
But what kind of game was that, man? Yesterday in Florida, Miami.
Man, nobody wanted to win that game.
No, dude, there's no Florida fan that can go and say they dominated that thing.
But they will, though. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Oh, I dealt with them all last night.
It doesn't make any do. It's like they both. I was listening to the game. I had no idea Miami had a bunch of rookies. They're freshmen, redshirt freshmen. Quarterback, their left tackle. You could see he had no experience at all. The ball would be snapped. He'd still be sitting there, and the senior defensive lineman was already in the backfield.
Yes.
You can't have that.
But they did. The score was a lot. The score doesn't prove that they had mostly freshmen with the Gator returns.
They just need their offensive lineman is young, but that quarterback showed some a lot of potential. Honestly,
222 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Gators can't say that they're elite.
They dominated Miami.
Not lucky. I was hoping that they did.
Speaking of 200 yards, 224 yards, 4 touchdowns, Cedric Byrd.
Yeah, they're good. Hawaii's a good team, honestly. I liked Hawaii.
Yeah,
that was an embarrassment to Florida football, honestly. Like
it was horrible.
Yeah, we had a question. Who do we think is honestly the best team this year? Well, obviously, since we have 2 games, it's Hawaii.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, it's gonna be hard.
It's gonna come to, I don't know, Alabama, Clemson, Georgia.
There's a lot of people saying that. I think they're Alabama, Clemson, 5 years in a row, but.
Ohio State and Michigan will be in there.
The fans are honestly getting tired of Alabama and Clemson. I think I'm tired of seeing the same matchup every year, Alabama and Clemson. Everybody's tired of that.
But guess what? The ratings are there.
Yeah, unfortunately. But I'll tell you what, though, man. I was reading the Washington Post, and I'm definitely a fan of them now. Let me read this article real quick. Says everyone agreed college football might not belong in the soupy August, and then came along the wee hours of Arizona of the Pac-12 and had the guts to go to Hawaii, a program not only second tier but also very good. The Pac-12 christened another voyage with a 45-38 loss that did not have Khalil Tate's 30-yard scramble to the 1-yard line as time expired. What that means is time to stop thinking that much about Pac-12. Florida versus Miami showed it's already time to stop thinking about all that much about old state of Florida, except maybe UCF, unless Florida State rustles from the crypt, which isn't in forecast. They can use it out, but they also said they don't see it in the future.
I know there was a reason he wanted to read something like that. I waited for it. Then comes UCF.
You're my favorite now. My favorite article. I like you guys.
Yeah, that was something, man. I mean, it's too bad you were asleep. I mean, that last play, I mean, I was on the edge of my couch.
We went out to Uno. We had a couple beers from Cricket Can. But other than that, man, I was trying. I love Hawaii. They're honestly just like UCF. They're fast, nonstop, always throwing. Yeah. It's crazy.
I mean,
which aspect? You said they're much like UCF, garbage, or you said they're much like. I mean, how many Red Bulls did you have last night, Craig?
Yeah, exactly. How wired were you? Zero. We were excited, man. It was the first game.
Hey, it was honoring Dick Tomey. Rest in peace, man. 80 years old. Yeah. Huge Arizona, Hawaii, guy. It's just, it was a good game for him. I was just sad that hardly anybody went to the game.
Yeah, I saw that. It was it sucked, man. It was an empty stadium.
Yeah, I mean, there was less than 20,000, even though they said there was at least that. But, I mean, you saw the screen. It was bad.
It's hard, man, honestly. It took us a while to get back into the game because we had so many, our 0-12 season. It was really hard to fill the stadium. But, I'm not going to read them all, but Kurt Herbstreit had that, his awards and stuff, and the Bounce House was definitely one of the top improved atmospheres to be around, so it's nice.
No, it's an awesome stadium. I mean, if you ever get to Honolulu, man, that is a great place to watch a game. It's sad that nobody goes there.
Yeah,
maybe they'll fly us to Honolulu so we can broadcast live on their game. But
sponsors.
I'm glad we got to see Florida. I'm glad we got to see Florida and Miami first. So now Seminoles we can make an informed decision on how we're going to start it and how we're going to play either one of these teams. So. Well, we see Boise this week, so I think we'll beat Boise. I'm hoping we do.
I do too, so that way Hawaii can stay up on the top.
You're gonna
so you only want us to win so Hawaii can stay in the top. That's not.
I won't lie.
He's part of that group of 5, man. That's not gonna happen.
That's as long as the competition gets beat, I go. We're.
No, but man, I don't want to read the whole article because it's too much, but they really hinted towards how Florida and Miami don't want to play UCF, but they came pretty damn close to playing in Camping World, only 18 miles away from our stadium. So they're really afraid. They kept pushing hard how they're really afraid to play us in our 25-1 record in the past.
I think UCF is just going to have to quit trying to do a home and home and just start taking the game on
whoever wants to play, get on the road. UCF got buzzed.
At first I said that it's not fair that we play road away, but I think at this point we need to start playing no matter where we are. We'll travel. I mean, I've already seen everybody in our UCF group, they're traveling to Pitt, they're going to UConn, we're traveling. We travel everywhere. We have a good following, but I think we got to start scheduling out a conference, we got to, because we're not going to get nowhere sitting here in the P5 or the P6, unfortunately.
That's and then that was not too bad of a week 0. I mean, I was pretty excited.
Yeah, honestly, the big Hawaii, Miami should have won that game, but I mean, I'm really happy for Hawaii. That was a big win, and I think you can take that momentum into the next game.
Well, it's nice that you had 2 games come down to just the last drive. I mean, that was great.
It did, but I didn't think Miami wanted it bad enough. They should have won that game. I mean, with the freshmen that they had. I believe they should have won. That tells me that Miami is going to have a strong team.
Maybe not this year.
Maybe not this year, but the freshmen, they're a little clueless, but they look good overall, like they can play.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. They look good, though. Like I said, maybe not this year, but you can see they want the drive. That quarterback's good. It's just you got to protect that quarterback. That quarterback's nothing without an offensive line.
Offensive line for Hawaii was amazing to say.
No sack. Man. I don't know what he was throwing them, man. But I watched him throw it, and there was a lot of overthrows, and there was a lot of throws. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? I understand you're trying to.
That one I texted you about that you fell asleep. I mean, that was a dart right to him, right to the end zone.
I watched the highlights. ESPN only put the highlight of Tate missing the last touchdown.
Yeah.
But I want to see. I mean, there was a video 25 minutes long, and I was like, I don't have that much time. But
there's some people that lost some money on that one. I mean, Arizona was favored.
Oh yeah, by far.
Yeah.
And I don't know what was the over under on Florida and Miami, but they definitely lost that one. I mean, they should have blown out Miami by a mile.
They should have. They were. I think it was a 14-point spread. Last time I looked at it, I thought it was a 14-point spread.
What was it, like 4 or 5 points difference? I mean,
yeah.
But Miami, man, I was sitting at the restaurant and just watching, they got handed so many miracles and they didn't capitalize on it, man. So many interceptions, so many fumbles, and there was the turnover chain was everywhere on that game. And
everywhere, the 305 chain was out.
It was that turnover chain is ugly.
It is.
That is just I don't know what's worse, that turnover chain or that touchdown ring.
The ring is hideous. It's 2 fingers and they're like,
I mean, I don't even know how to describe it. It's just I saw that thing and I'm like, what's that out of Doctor Strange? You can sit here and do your
No, it's like Cynthia's Puerto Rican ring that goes all the way across both fingers. But yeah, it's hideous. And then he shares it with another player, like, hey, you didn't score, but here, go ahead and take half of it. I'll give you half of it.
God, that was just hideous.
But you see, Florida State has no turnover bag, no touchdown bag this year or nothing. So I think we're just going to come out and give you football. Honest, good football. So we'll see how the game turns out this week.
I'm excited. Yeah. I wish it was Thursday. I really do.
Yeah, when we get back together, we'll talk about it. Like I said, I'm looking forward to Thursday, see what they do. I mean, it is against Florida A&M. I mean, it's a warm-up game.
I know. I'm excited to see. I didn't make it out to spring practice, and there's talk of, Dylan Gabriel going out there and playing a couple reps. And one of the offensive linemen that played with McKenzie in our run to the championship, last year and the year before, saying he acts and he works just like KZ. And so that's nice to hear. The person that's been working with KZ for 2 years and said he's a mini KZ. I'm excited. I really am to see what he can do. Honestly, I mean, hey, Hawaii keeps sending us players. We love it. We'll take it. We'll take them all. Unfortunately, I love Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, but I'll take them all.
I wish we could keep more of them on the island.
I know. We got a lot of transfers this year too, man. We got a lot of. I think it was an Ole Miss transfer, defensive tackle, and I forgot the other guy. Man, they're big. They're jacked. We need some bigger players, honestly. So.
Yeah. And I apologize to everybody for the moving camera. I'm holding up my phone. One of the laptop wasn't trying to connect.
Go to bed.
Now, if you would have had a MacBook, that way you wouldn't have that issue.
Yeah. So, I don't know what was going on. We were having some troubles earlier, but we got it working now, which is good. So.
Yep. But yeah, that was a great week. I mean, like I said, I'm looking forward to next week. See what we got going on.
7:30, man. I'll be out there taking pictures, try to do some Facebook Live.
And for any of our football fans, Chelsea. Yeah, I got that.
Y'all win?
Yeah, Chelsea won. I mean, it was ugly. I mean, it's just we shouldn't have had a close game like that against Norwich. It was 3-2.
Yeah.
I mean, your guys, City pulled out a win.
Yeah, I was watching that part of it. I was on the way to my mom's house today, so I didn't get to watch the whole game. But I should say we 3-1. But
yeah, Man U falling to CP in Old Trafford.
Pulled the win out.
Yeah, so we got to get Chris on board with soccer.
Yeah, choose a team. Oh man, speaking of soccer, I've been waiting to ask you. I've never liked soccer growing up. I thought it was kind of boring, honestly. But
it is.
I watch it more often, and I'm getting into it. What, Premier League? Everyone talks about Premier League's the best. Is it better than like Barcelona's league, or what's the difference?
Because
they're both.
I think I'm one of the worst ones to kind of make a judge of this one, but I mean it's just typically you have Premier League, and then you have underneath that you have Bundesliga stuff. I mean. Yeah. They think they're just as good. But, I mean, when you're talking about, maybe Real Madrid, just when you're talking about those levels are probably the same as Premier League. But as a league itself, I don't think it's as good as Premier.
So that's, I mean, if Premier League is so much better, how come we don't see Messi and we don't see Ronaldo going over there? They stay with Juventus and Barcelona. You know, that's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's money. I mean, those leagues you can still get a lot of players in there because they throw cash at them. But I mean, it's great competition. I mean, as I said, don't make this way. I've just always liked Premier League, but I mean, I really like Borussia Dortmund.
1 second.
Yep. We got child difficulty.
Yeah, he's not going to bed. He's hyped up.
Yeah.
Well,
hey, that's what you get watching a show with 3 guys with kids.
We visited Nannie Cakes today, and she definitely hooked up the kids with some cookies and a bunch of sprinkles.
Nice.
So they're not going to bed right now. But no, I was just wondering that because everyone goes to MLS when they want to retire, pretty much. But
because let's be honest, it's easier. It really is.
No, I mean, I sent you that video, dude. Like that was a perfect Premier League pass, but that defensive guy, he should have stopped that ball, and he just let it right past him.
I don't know why there's such a competition disparity, but it's just you can see. I mean, just La Liga, Bundesliga, Series A. I mean, Premier League. I mean, they're here. Here, and MLS is down.
Yeah, but I'm glad there's MLS on the state side. But
yeah,
I don't know, man.
I mean, I feel like they are improving. Like we're starting to get some better players. I mean, but it needs to get better a lot.
Oh yeah. I mean, Atlanta. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what the scoreboards are and stuff, but Atlanta is killing it right now.
Oh yeah, it just unfortunately the top MLS team is going to get relegated in the Premier League.
Yeah.
In Series A, Bundesliga, they're going to get relegated. It's terrible. I wish it wasn't that way. I mean, I would love to see it.
I'm going to talk about this surprise breaking news yesterday. Andrew Luck retiring.
Isn't that crazy?
What is that about?
Too many injuries.
Yeah, man. I was sitting there, and then I see breaking news, ESPN, and it said, Andrew Luck retiring. I thought it was fake, but that's crazy. Honestly, like only 6 years.
No, I thought it was really cool of the owner to guarantee the money.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't anything like, hey, you screwed us over. It was just like, hey, we wish you the best. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, like I was reading the article. He got the $24 million, and he said, I've never seen anybody walk away from $500 million before, but sometimes it's not worth it. He can't handle it right now, which is fine. So.
Yes, I'm like speaking of NFL, Chris. I don't know if I've ever heard what your team is.
In what?
NFL.
Oh, I'm a Bucks fan. Me and Austin can get along on that one. Me and Mountain Man, we're good on that one.
Yeah.
No, I'm a Seahawks.
Yeah, Tampa Bay is good, man. I've seen a lot of good things. We already lost our backup. I don't know what happened. He sprained his arm or something, so he's out. Which isn't good because, no offense to Chris, obviously, but we have Jameis. And he hasn't done anything really recently. So just saying, man. Like, we need somebody. So I need to watch up on Tampa Bay. I haven't watched much recently. I've been focused on UCF. But
last time I checked, they don't have any UCF players. So what does that tell you about UCF?
It don't matter. We're playing.
Seattle was smart because we picked up.
Yeah, what do you got? We got 3 of our people. Is Brandon Marshall still up there?
I think Brandon Marshall is still there.
Brandon Marshall, you got both the Griffin brothers. You got we have one of our star linemen that is playing in Jets in New York. Got a couple wide receivers over in Jacksonville. We still have Traquan Smith over in New Orleans. He's doing great.
Yeah, I mean they're putting out some good prospects.
Yeah, we got a lot of good prospects in this team too. We gotta get out there. I saw this on the way home, man. It's from Las Vegas. It was a bet. Some guy bet that Andrew Luck would win NFL MVP. Bet $1,000.
Ouch.
Yeah, so he just lost $1,000, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You know, you can't take that money back. He just did it right before he retired, so that kind of sucks. I mean, there's no loophole in getting that money back.
No, I mean, this one was just out of nowhere. I mean, this is crazy.
Right before the season, too. I never seen that before.
Yep. So
maybe he could get his money back through a loophole because he's not playing. So if he's not officially playing in the league, maybe Vegas has a clause because he's not even competing for the MVP. So maybe that'll disqualify. Maybe he'll get his money back.
It's only $1,000, so
he might get a sorry for your loss card from him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, well, we need to, wrap this up here. Let's talk about our sponsor, Nannie Cakes.
Yeah, definitely get some Nannie Cakes. Hopefully, we'll meet up soon, and I'll bring you some cupcakes that she made.
Awesome.
She's been really busy lately. So
that's good. That's good. That's what we want.
We're on Facebook, Nannie Cakes Nancy Burt. Instagram at Nancy Burt. They're amazing. I'm always, if you go to our podcast, our Instagram at Three Beards Podcast, I'm always trying to put up cakes she makes constantly. So you'll see all the photos we put up. Check our Facebook page. So
yeah, any of our followers, any of our people watching right now, it's like if you need a cake, go see Nannie Cakes.
Speaking of Las Vegas odds, they gave Florida State 150 to 1 odds of winning a national title this year. That'd be an amazing return on your money, 150 to 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good way to throw away some money.
People are still betting UCF to win the national championship, but it's not happening anytime soon, unfortunately, until they get in, to let us in the invitational.
Oh yeah, that's it's just I'm looking forward to this year. I mean, it really is. I mean, if this week 0 is like this, I'm hoping the rest of the games are going to live up to this. I really am.
I think you will. Honestly, just to avoid the Florida-Miami game, and I think that'd be great. Honestly, we need a lot of upsets this year, and maybe Duke can pull something out.
Yeah, we just need to see, Florida State hold up their end and beat Boise State.
We're gonna slaughter Boise State.
You can slaughter whoever you want. If you win against Clemson, we gotta do something, man. I don't know. If you beat Clemson, that'd be the best.
You taking me to some beer?
Yeah, I'll buy you a beer if Florida State wins.
Okay.
I'll take it, man. I'll buy you whatever you want, man. They just someone needs to knock out Bama, someone needs to knock out Clemson.
I got my fingers crossed.
So we're going to try to do this at least every Sunday for sure. Just kind of do a recap of the week and the weekend. So if you just look for us, we're going to try to have this bugs worked out as we go on because right now it's just a little clunky, but we'll get it figured out.
Yeah,
so check out threebeardspodcast.com and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Go check out Instagram. Share us. Just like I said, leave feedback. Let us know what you think, where you can improve. And we'll see you guys later on.
See you guys.
Three Beard Sports.
Bye.
Champions night, baby.